G'day Overtakers, here we are out at Kenda this weekend, of course, for the Kenda Radial Riot series here, the 2021 Radial Riot at the end of the year, November, and plenty of radial action to see here this weekend. Wheel stands already last night, Friday, for the testing. If you weren't on the live stream, that's uplinked there. Make sure you check that out. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more content like this. Make sure you hit like as well and comment for the algorithm, and let's crack straight into the action. G'day Benny, we're out here at the Kenda Radial Riot once again, and we brought the Corvette back out.
Decided the boys have been nagging me to bring it back out, and I was hoping, you know, a couple more door slammers and all that, but with this whole stupid border stuff and all that, it's a bit hard, but hey, hopefully the next one's bigger.
Now we've got a new guys here with a new look we're out with.
Yeah, it's still the Century Corvette, so it's just that, but all my sponsors have allowed me to do the monochrome look with the black and white thing, so, you know, it's a change as good as a holiday. So the car's sort of been blue for the last 5 years, and I feel I've been shadowed in the back, and I wanted to stand out a little bit, so I thought, what better than paint it white?
Oh, it looks awesome. Now, you were out here testing last night. We couldn't quite get a full pass down. What's going on there?
So the first two runs actually it's got an electronic shifter in it nowadays, so door slammers allowed us to electric shift them, so all us guys driving it don't make as many mistakes. I had a little bit of an error. We've bumped one of the wires and it wasn't shifting in the first gear, so it was actually leaving in too high a ratio. Because with the radials you've got to drop the gear ratio so they don't spin. I couldn't get into that second gear, so it sort of was just playing up and didn't really play good.
No worries. Well, we look forward to you hitting the track this morning and seeing if we can another 3-second 200-mile-an-hour pass.
Yeah, well, that was the plan. I sort of got a little greedy after that. When I went 440 last night, I went back and I think I put on my cowboy hat and I threw the whip around a little bit too much and made it a little bit too savage, and I missed my shot at it later in the night, so I've calmed it back down. Dad turned up today, so we all know he's a tuning guru, so with a little bit of his love in it, it should go right.
Now we've got one last thing. Have you got a nickname for the car? There's a few been thrown around: white chocolate, salt and pepper.
It's actually its whole life it's been called J-Lo because it's got such a big booty, so we'll stick with J-Lo for now.
There we go. No worries. Well, thanks for having a chat to us. We look forward to seeing you run today.
Thank you. Hope I can do you proud.
G'day, Goran. We're out here at the Kenda Radial Riot. Now, We saw you go sky high, you know, nearly every pass last night. What's going on there?
Yeah, so road trip last week, we were going hard right, like towards the fence. I had to back off a fair few times, so change your rear end. Didn't really have time to set it up. Change your height and all that sort of stuff, and end up getting it wrong and doing wheelies. So for the last pass, we finally sorted it out. So hopefully we'll stay nice and flat, mate.
So are you adding any more power in to try and... You're getting close to running that 4-second pass.
Yeah, we will now. So now I start putting timing back into it, start putting boost back into it.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the 4, but, you know, do the best we can, mate. See how we go.
So now, what class are we running in this weekend?
OG 275.
So that's the street-driven class?
Yes. Well, not necessarily street-driven. I think as long as it can probably be street-driven, yeah, that's that class. So some cars are completely out of my league, mate. But no, it's just for fun, mate. It's all good.
Oh, that's the main thing, as long as you're out here having fun.
That's it, bro.
Now, other than the rear end, is there any other changes that you've made?
No, not really. The last change I made, as far as motor-wise, is new blocks to split the bore after like 11,000 Ks, and new turbo. So it's got a G45 on it.
Yep.
It's probably out of puff already, but it's it's designed to be fast for the street and everything else. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to go for outright power. I wanted to go for drivability and power to be right there. So that's probably really it. Block and the turbo. So
now, any sponsors or anyone you want to give shout outs to?
Yeah, mate. Probably there's a few. Justin Horsepower Solutions, he tunes my car. Lee Darkey builds my box. Macca Suspension Dynamics, he sets my car up usually. Who else have we got? Tony TBRE, he did the last bottom end in my car, so I'd like to thank him too, and he did it real quick. And my family, especially my wife, because she always complains I don't thank her, so that's about
there
it.
you go, now you have to show her this one.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, thanks for having a chat to us. We look forward to keeping the front end down and going fast this weekend.
Thank you, mate.
Have some fun.
Appreciate it, buddy.
G'day guys, we're here with Dave Reed. Dave.
Yeah, how's it going?
Not too bad, man. Hey, you're the magic man on the camera. Where can we get your fantastic photos?
Dragphotos.com.au.
And you've got some pretty awesome videos, mashups of all the racing from here, from all these guys. Where can we find those?
Drag Videos Australia on YouTube.
You're a champion, mate.
Subscribe to that after you subscribe to Overtaking Lane.
That's it. Thanks, guys.
Hey Steve, you're here, mate, running the Gemini. We normally see in the HQ, but this is Reese's car, yeah?
Yeah, this is Reese's car, and I just had a spare driveline sitting there that we've chucked it in for this weekend while we give the Curie a bit of a birthday. Yeah, have some fun, eh? Put some wheels up.
Mate, you're well known for putting wheels up in HQ, and now you're doing it in the Gemini.
Yeah, this one's a bit easier to pedal. She's a bit lighter, a bit smaller, and it's heaps more fun.
And it's not hurting anything? It handles it?
Nah, mate, it loves it, eh? You just pedal it just right, it loves it perfect.
And what about this driveline? What have we got in there now?
She's got a 18-degree headed 434 small block Chev. It's got a bit of gear going on. It's got a Cohen Glide, Cohen Billet converter. Last week on the hub dyno with 100 in it, she went 646. So yeah, we're pretty safe on it at the moment.
Mate, that's a lot in a little car like this, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It actually scared the shit out of me the first one, but yeah.
Now it's just getting fun.
Yeah, now it's just beginning. We're just touching the back bar. Now we can start getting up a little bit more.
Mate, and you're always a regular out here to Kenda's?
Yeah, I live for Kenda, mate. I've never missed one. Some we've missed where we haven't raced, but we still come and support it.
Mate, and what brings you to a Kenda? Is it the whole atmosphere, the track prep, or...?
It's the track prep, the atmosphere, the radial racing. We live for the radial racing, and it's the catch up with everyone you don't see all around, you know. Yep, the car community's pretty good.
Mate, it's always good to see, and yeah, we always love catching up with you, mate. So you have a great night, and hopefully you're about to get back on track. We're waiting on a bit of prep, mate, but hopefully you're not stuck in the suit for too long.
Yep, awesome, mate. Thank you very much, and we'll enjoy it.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
You're going to do
So, Trackside Trev, how are we going out here today, mate?
It's going really good apart from the oil downs and the crashes.
Yeah? Yeah. Are you slightly prepared for me to do surprise interviews on you now?
I had a sneaking suspicion that's what you were going to do. Yeah.
Mate, we just wanted to see how you're going out here with all the action. Mate, are you close enough to the action? There's a few cars coming at you this weekend?
Yeah. Benny Valekin came pretty close.
Mate, but then he was all right, but it was...
He was okay, yeah. His car, not so much, but yeah, not what you want to see, but...
We've seen that thing do a hell of a lot of passes there, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
So,
I'm sure it'll be back to do many more.
Mate, well, all right, we better let you get back to the camera. We must be nearly ready to get back on track, back into the live.
So, yeah.
All right, thanks, Trev. Diggles, I had to come and have a chat to you, mate. You're the voice of the live stream now as well, but you are the voice of Kenda, or one of.
Well, it's not often we get to just sort of stroll up in the middle of an event and have time to talk, but yeah, we are right in the depth of Radial Riot here, 2021. It's been a very good 2021 in a fraction sort of a way.
As we stick to the track.
One thing we always notice at the end of every event is that with Riot especially, you get a snapshot of what we've got for the year, what we've seen come out of the woodwork,
yep.
And then what's just come out of the woodwork and what we know's out there for next year. Right, this event especially sort of gives us a bit of an insight. How did we go for the year? And it's like, well, just as good as ever. What have we got to look forward to for next year? Very much everything the same. So we have got... And remember, because we're sort of locked with borders at the moment, we don't have the interstate guys that we know that we can rely on to just fill all our fields up. But just to even show that at our local level in Queensland, the radial state, is that we've got a nice racer base here that all want to play this way, and we know everyone else in the other states want to play too, and we want to get back to Sydney next year. And of course we have them here at Willowbank. We've got all our great track prep gear. They're a complete machine, they're a unit. They know how to do it. We get the sponsors every year that are happy to say, well, let's go again. And we can put up that 25 grand nearly every event. Have nice little things within qualifying, like the small tyre shootout last night, thanks to Spot On. And then even today, that initiative where we gave Renegade, Rumble, Rebels and Ruckus shots at the track with a nominate your qualifying time.
On the entry a week ago.
So that's a new concept. Again, the guys are thinking. They're thinking of ideas to make things more intense. So then when we brought them out in qualifying, they had to hit a number. And there's two grand we're going to have to give away at trophies just for the qualifying for those guys. So I think the key is make it so it's not exclusive, it's inclusive. So pick, anyone can bring a car out that that can compete.
Yep.
And more guys are probably sitting in the grandstands. They know someone else that's got a car out there competing, and they're going, well, how far away before we see a radial car out of you? And the answer is we're seeing more names again come. So there's more radial cars to come. The growth is just completely uncharted as far as any other scene I've seen so far. I mean, import was a big thing when everyone went racing at jamborees, and that ignited the imagination of not only Australia but the world. The same with radial racing. It's where it's at.
Yeah.
And our Queensland and Australian flavour, Aussie radial racing's like nothing else in the world. We've got the mighty barrel. We've got guys that want to play with more than just the V8s. We've got every form of power adder out there. Guys that want to do things like Juan Kudnick and put every power adder on a car. I love the idea that
run us over here.
And we're not cracking open a rule book. You know, we don't have a rule book. Our rule book's probably one page. Have fun.
Have fun.
We're radials. Have fun. And we're having fun here at the last round here at Riot. And you know, it's so good to be a very small part of what it's all about. Because we were just talking actually in a couple of different places about the older forms of the sport. Talking to Gary Hunt over here, very tough aspirated Commodore. He could be in a super stock field. You know, if he had to go and race in mainstream motorsport or mainstream drag racing like super stock, he would be like a BMPA car or something like that. But what does that mean in the scheme of things? Not a lot, not to these guys. No. If it's heads up pro tree, you're in pro stock literally in the various categories from the outlaw radial class down to ruckus, rumble, renegade and rebels. So you can bring your street car out and do the same thing. They can all win the same money. They're all up for a K for the win.
Yeah.
In a street car or an outlaw car.
So it must have given away over $100,000 this year.
Nearly $100,000, and it's lightning in a bottle. We just
this was a tough year.
We bring them here. We set them out there. There's the Kenda 660. Let's go, and things just happen in front of us that are so organic, but yet go, wow, that was a close race with two completely different combos, and be identical at the 330 or identical at the 660, and win on a whole shot, win by 46 100,000ths of a second or whatever.
Could you pick a highlight for you so far tonight?
Already, all I can think of, the initial first highlight so far is just, I know that everyone sort of had periodic struggles this afternoon in qualifying for whatever reason, but just the quality of OG 275 in the small amount of time that we've had the class OG 275, to see just how much that's expanded to 16 cars already just tonight, and just that little sweet spot like we saw when everyone jumped on Renegade at that 550 mark, we saw nearly 20 cars between 550 and 575. The same now for OG. We're going to see that, and if we include the whole country, and I made the call before on the mic, and I'll make sure that call goes through again, I bet you we can see a 50-car OG 275 field. When you think of all the cars that could run OG 275 in this country, someone needs to pick up and dangle a big carrot and see if we could get a 50-car field OG 275 for 5k the win. That's not within the realms of possibilities next year. We could really nut that one out. I think that's where OG 275 can go, to be honest.
Massive.
That's just one class out of all the Kenda formula, but that's where I know that's going to be a big groundswell of what I call reasonably achievable cars. There's a huge commitment to go outlaw radial. There's a huge commitment for any of the outlaw categories, but yet that OG one there is that you can throw nearly as much commitment and still keep that street style car that isn't a full-time job to look after, and to enjoy many miles on it, but absolutely enjoy the whole concept just come out of nowhere through this class, and we love it. And we've got to thank Outlaw Mufflers for sponsoring us for the 1,500 tonight for that.
There you go. Well, I think you've put that call out. You've said it on the mic. You've put it out now.
Wouldn't it be good? Wouldn't it be good to see? Wouldn't it be good to see?
If someone's sitting there at home and thinking I could do that, well, get in there and run it. Then they need to. They need to get out here. Bring it out.
Scotty and Justin, they dreamt big with what they were doing, and now this is what we see, the fruits of their labour. And I think, that's a great class. And I'm just making that. If you want to make an old bloke's dream come true, well, let's see. I reckon one time in the future we'll stand here and talk about it. Will we ever see 50 OG 275s one night? Wouldn't you love to see that?
Mate, we would. We definitely would.
And I can't move my feet because it's so
stuck. Yeah. This is Kenda track, right?
This part of it's fine. This part of it's fine. We've just got to pick up what's down there. We're going to be going.
Thanks, Diggles. Thank you. Thanks for having a chat to us, and thanks for doing all the commentary on the live. The guys are loving it out there.
I love it. I love knowing that we're talking to other people and reaching out. And as we said last night about it, get it on YouTube. We can work it out for the rest of humanity. Just watch what we do every time we do it, and sit back and enjoy what we're going to give you. Because even looking at your old guy stuff that's been on here from a couple of years ago, still as fresh and relevant and as exciting as it was when it happened. And here we are 4 years odd later, and it's just as good. It's sustainable. As we said, the sponsors turn up. We get the coin, the commitment. You can't question the commitment from the promoters about it. And we just wait till we open them borders, boy. It's going to be on. All of those states, all
they
the
want to be
brothers
back
together.
here. They want to be back here.
Oh, I love it. And this is why we get up in the morning, boys, isn't it? This is why you get up and you keep doing what you're doing like you're doing, and Overtaking Lane doing what you're doing, because we want more of this. I want more days of my life like this.
This is the best way to spend your weekend.
Not every day of my life, but enough.
Definitely some weekends.
Yeah, so back to your live, citizens. We're going to go outlaw radio racing again here shortly.
That's Kenda weekend, mate, all over and done for, mate. Another one of the Kendas. How great are these things?
Oh, amazing. Wheel stand action almost nearly every pass of OG 275.
You can't complain about the action on this one. This the whole day, particularly Saturday, an absolutely amazing amount of action. We've had some pretty spicy runs.
Yes, we certainly have. And 3 second passes out of Wagstaff.
Fastest radial racer in Australia right there, so it'll be interesting to see on the next Kenda whether he can keep that title as well. Someone's coming for him, but he's certainly damn fast.
He certainly is. But if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more of the drag racing action on the YouTube channel, then make sure you head down below, hit subscribe, hit like, hit the bell so you get notified. Yeah, and consider becoming a member. You can press the join button and sign up and pledge to us a monthly subscription and support us and what we do. But you don't have to. You can just share out the video, and that helps as well.
It's all free, yeah. Give us a like and a share. Drop a comment. That helps big time. So thanks, guys.
See you in the next one. Stay in the rocket lane.